I don't think the Grizzlies can make a conference finals. West is too loaded. There's too many good teams over there. As far as like, I think Mavericks are pretty much can make the conference finals. I think OKC should be able to make the conference finals this year. I think even if the Warriors get on the right path, I mean, they have that continuity. They have the championship pedigree. They're playing well cohesively. They run a deep lineup. I think they could technically make it back.
So you think the Warriors are better than the Grizzlies right now?
No, no, it's hard for me to say that right now. They're ahead of. They're like, no,
they haven't been healthy. Chris, Grizzlies is 4 seed. They ain't been healthy.
I think come playoff time though, it's a little different. That's all I'm gonna say. Like come playoff time, I'm probably leaning towards Steph over Ja on them. But you know, like you said, the Grizzlies are a deep team. So maybe I mean Steph can only do so much, but when this team deep like they are, I might be wrong about that. But
the only thing is
a little bit more.
Okay, my top 4 teams in the West, I have OKC, low key, Dallas and Phoenix is probably hovering right under them. And then I have the Grizzlies as my 4th team. Oh, damn, I forgot about the Nuggets.
I don't know how I feel about the Nuggets just yet.
Nuggets about 5. Well, I ain't gonna stand. Warriors, if they remain a 6 seed, I'll be surprised. So I'm not sure if they better than the Rockets for real. But I think the thing about the Grizzlies, Chris, I think they top 3 players. They fit together just as good as any other top 3. Because Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson, they just complement each other so well, bro.
Yes. That's a good top 3 too. Like you said, when the stars are one of the like 2 of the stars are out, Bane can step up and lead the team. Jaren Jackson has led the team at times when the other 2 have been hurt. So, and they're very complimentary, like you said.
Man, because most teams got big 2s and big 3, and then it's like, who don't the Grizzlies match up well against? They can go big, they can go small. Like I feel like people are sleeping on the Grizzlies because they haven't been healthy, and for them not to be healthy, literally rolling out all role players and like Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson, or just Jaren Jackson one game, or just Desmond Bane. This team fully healthy, and Ja Morant. I'm not the biggest Ja Morant fan, but he's a floor general. Not even just in terms of certain things. It's just the attitude you adopt playing with him. It's like, say, man, I'm confident. You have to be confident. I'm gonna put confidence in you. So I feel like that go a long way. He has to stay healthy. That's really my biggest thing with the Grizzlies, and I definitely think they can make a conference finals. I wouldn't be surprised. Basically, what I'm saying.
Okay, I don't think I'd be surprised. Like you said, they're a very deep team. Just added a rookie in Jalen Wells who can come in and play well for them. I love the Santi Adama. Like they have I think 7 guys, maybe more, averaging like 10 points or more for them. Like they have a deep team, deep squad. It may be more than that, honestly. They have a squad that's rolling deep in there. I like and then like you said, you have Marcus Smart now to pair with Ja for defensive purposes. Like go along with Desmond Bane. Like they have a solid squad that can run deep. You can play a bunch of guys to spell them through the regular season to get through a high seed, and then you can lean on your stars in the postseason.
Sure, man. I know damn well I would want to see them in the second round. The Mavericks would want to see the Grizzlies, bro. I feel like they're bro. Okay, so I
mean,
who you say your second team was? You would say the Mavericks.
Okay, OKC, the Mavericks. Yeah.
So if you the Mavericks in the second round, would you rather see Phoenix, Memphis, or the Warriors?
I think I'd rather see Phoenix, and that's a little. I say Phoenix,
the Warriors. Why are you lying?
Say,
Give me
man.
them Warriors.
Yeah, you're right. The Warriors, but I mean, I think the Phoenix is gettable too, but probably Warriors as far as like the Warriors play a lot of guys, but I don't think their guys are as good as like the Warriors play a deep rotation, but they don't have as deep as a rotation as Memphis does. Like Memphis has a deep rotation that is actually good.
Mm-hmm.
Warriors play a lot of guys because they kind of need to just to spell some things. So
Man, I think the fact that I only brought that up because I could say the same thing about Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City wouldn't want to see the Grizzlies. Literally, you could put Jared Jackson on Chet, he can keep up. You could put
mhm,
Brandon Clark on Hartenstein, he can keep up. Literally, any combination of guys, you can put somebody on them. Like Marcus Smart on SGA, Bane
mhm.
on J Dub. Like literally, there's no matchup. There's no matchup in the Western Conference that the Grizzlies can't match up with. And I think when it comes to playoff basketball, that's the most important thing. I
Yeah,
can damn near go star for star, and then I can just match up afterward.
matchup in terms of style of play too. They can go big against the Mavericks. They can go they can play small ball with the Thunder. So, like you
Just tell
said,
it.
Grizzlies are a good team. I think they Taylor Jenkins is doing well coaching all these pieces as far as they have rookies that they're implementing in the lineup. They also have solid role players that they're bringing in, like even like Brandon Clark doesn't really play as much as he used to, but he's still a solid guy for them. You have Santi Aldama, who's great. You got Jay Huff, who they picked up off
Hitting
summer league,
threes.
and he's hitting threes, going crazy in games. Like they have a deep, talented roster.
So
And
are you changing your stance on a ceiling?
like you said, I don't blame you if you think they can get to the conference finals. I just, I think their path to the conference finals might be actually, like you said, if they keep you see how the standings are right now. If they stay one, if Rockets, or if OKC stays one, Rockets stays two, Memphis stays three, and then beating Rockets in the second round. If the Rockets make it past first round, I think it's very, very plausible for them to make it to the conference finals.
I'm just saying.
So,
I'm just saying. I think the biggest wild card is the Denver Nuggets. I
mhm.
just wouldn't want to bet against the Denver Nuggets, but for
No,
some reason, I just ain't putting them in that. I think I. So I don't know.
I gotta,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know if
The
I could
regular,
put Memphis over them probably, but regular
I,
season.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. Like I said, regular season wise, it's hard to tell and predict where these teams are going to end up as far as seeding goes, especially in the West where it's a bloodbath out there. But I do think even I think the Nuggets still would be a team you want to avoid. Am I completely sold on the Nuggets right now? No. But does that mean I want to see them in the playoffs? Definitely not. So
What do you think would keep the Grizzlies from a conference finals? Because you was hesitant. What's the hesitation?
me personally, like you said, injuries, like lack of experience coming into the playoffs. Like they've played some playoff ball, haven't made it far. They got into the second round. Ran into LeBron, who again another veteran team. The bigs, I think, um, Grizzlies lose some of their physicality. Um, but I think in that regard, I think um, keeping up with some of those like veteran teams, keeping up with outside shooting. While the Grizzlies do have shooting, I think if there's like a team that's hitting an array of threes like the Warriors could do, I think it'd be hard offensively for them to keep up. But like you said, star power for star power, I think they have it. Um, and then as far as depth and style of play, I think they can match up well with a lot of teams. It's just depending on who they play. Like the Jokic, I think if I like that, or veteran teams with experience, I think I lean towards them, especially going into the second round of conference finals.
Okay, so you said experience maybe being a factor. What do you think their biggest basketball flaw is?
Hmm.
Because me personally, I was saying I don't know who I would trust to close games. Like if you gotta have you going bucket for bucket in a fourth quarter against a Luka or a KD. That's where I
Yeah.
have some hesitation in closing games. Do you got
Yeah.
anything basketball wise?
I think that's a good point. I think basketball wise, I also think their bigs could get into foul trouble depending on who they play. I don't think while they are good defenders and they're good defenders, I think you could play them. I think offensively they're not going to be able to keep up with maybe some of the other teams. Or like if you attack them and get them in foul trouble, then that puts a little bit of strain on them as well.
Okay.
So that's basketball. I don't see like it's not much honestly. The Grizzlies are a good team, and as far as 3-point shooting wise, like keeping up with like perimeter shooting, they have guys that can shoot. Like Luke Kennard's on their bench too. Like they have like, a lot of guys. J Huff, like you said, was hitting threes. But out of your like stars, like is Ja Morant gonna go 3 for 3 with the Curry or 3 for 3 with Luka? We'll see. I know Bane might be able to do that, but just perimeter shots, if they get the right ones, are they gonna be able to hit them when clutch time, when time matters? So
okay, I guess we're going. Oh, last question: Peyton Pritchard or Scottie Pippen Jr. I think people sleep on Scottie Pippen Jr. as the
say,
best
man,
backup point guard in the league.
hey, dude, Scottie Pippen Jr. in my opinion, he's been playing very well. He's been he just dropped 30 on some team. I forgot who it was. He just dropped 30 on some team. Like Lakers should be kicking themselves for ever letting that man go, giving up on him so early. I don't even know why they thought they had the luxury of giving up on young talent so early, but I guess when LeBron's in town. Anyways, it's just time to praise the Grizzlies and Scottie Pippen Jr. He's been great. Everybody was like, "Oh, how can they lose Tyus Jones? How can they lose their great backup point guard?" And they were able to find another one, Scottie Pippen Jr. So very quickly, who could step in and lead, run that floor general role like Ja whenever Ja is out, and be a great floor general from the backup side as well. Great scorer, great at finding guys. I'd have him over Pritchard if I'm being honest right now. I think Pritchard is great. I think he also benefits from playing on a great team and a great system. Not to say that Pritchard couldn't be a good guy on another team as well. He could. I just like Scottie Pippen right now.
I like how you said, because my thing is the floor generalship. I think that's what it is for me too. Because my thing is Scottie Pippen Jr. He scores the ball. He probably is not as good as a scorer as Peyton Pritchard, but he can score. Like I'll say shooter. He's not as good of a shooter, like all level shooter as Peyton Pritchard. But he can score, but he's assist and rebounds as well. Did he have a triple double earlier this year? So I think he brings more to a game than Peyton Pritchard, if that makes sense.
I'm with you on that too. Like Peyton Pritchard, I think he's probably a front runner for 6th man of the year right now. Great score off the bench for the Celtics. Great energy guy, great glue guy, honest or bridge guy for them between their bench and their starter minutes too. I just like you said, I think Scottie Pippen brings a little bit more. It's right, he's even bigger. He's bigger, a little bit bigger. He can rebound. He can facilitate for other guys on the team as well, while still being able to give you that scoring threat. Whereas I think yes, Peyton Pritchard is more of a scoring threat. I might just value some of the other things that the Scottie Pippen brings, at least for now.
Just a better all-around player. Let me look at their stats before I get up off of it. Because I was just thinking, because I'm like, is Scottie Pippen Jr. the best backup point guard in the NBA? Is there even another backup point guard in the NBA you can think of right now?
Do you consider Trey Mann point guard or more shooting guard when he was playing? Maybe Trey Mann.
See Scottie Pippen right now. He's 12 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. 48 from the field, 36 from 3, 75 from 3. Let me look up Trey Mann real quick. Because I know Pritchard is 16 points. I'm going to get to him. But Trey Mann right now, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 from the field, 40 from the 3, and 91 from the free throw line. Yeah. So it's like Scottie Pippen doing more than that in terms of just overall game. Peyton Pritchard is 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 48 from the field, 43 from 3, 88 from the line. Scottie Pippen just brings more all around.
Yeah.
He does more things. He's not scoring
It's not
as
even
them guys, but he's
and it's not even just looking at the box score, it's looking at or averages, whatever. Like some people might go and come for you in the comments and saying these Celtics defenders, I'm sure. Like when you watch the game, you can tell that Scottie Pippen can have more of an impact on the game as well. And he does a little bit more things for them. And whereas Peyton Pritchard, you're looking for him to get some buckets, get some energy for them, and help them out in that way. But you're asking Scottie Pippen, hey, can you get some rebounds for us? Can you make sure to set up some guys' shots? Can you also attack the basket? Can you hit a couple threes? Like, I think that's
6 assists. 6 assists as a backup is pretty crazy, dude. He's giving you about 6 assists and 4 rebounds as a 6'1" point guard.
Mm-hmm.
I value just the all around game.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that either. So
Peyton Pritchard, he's built it up a few times, but give me Scottie.
Yeah. I'm saying this ain't no diss the Peyton Pritchard. I'm not saying Peyton Pritchard's bad or playing bad or whatever. I just prefer Scottie right now. So
I thought we was gonna disagree. I thought you would say Peyton Pritchard. That's crazy. So
you thought I
argue about that?
Say man, I like Pritchard, but nah, I got Scottie right now.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I would never quit.